Hey team, and happy Tuesday. I just wanted to say, a few reminders. Right now, we have about 8 weeks left until the Dallas Fort Worth training that I'll be going to. So if anyone will be going to that or wants to be going to it or learning more, let me know. Oh, I just got a notification. Okay, that's fine. It's just internet. So it is November 13th through 15th. I think those are the exact dates. I'm going a few days early to explore. It is a training I've gone to. This is going to be my third year going. I've been a coach for 2 years. So I went as an Emerald coach. I had no idea what I was doing, but I went anyways. And I remember sitting in the audience with Carly. We were the only ones from our team, and we just went. We didn't know anything, and we just went. And then at the end of the conference, they're talking to us saying what you should be doing. We're nodding our head wow, we're doing a lot for, being a new team. So that is my favorite training by far. Going this year, Brian's coming, and highly recommend it. Flights were super cheap, under $200 round trip, JetBlue for us in Boston. So I was pumped. And I know the team will be sharing rooms, so it'll be less expensive. But I highly recommend that. And second, if you aren't on the Summit waitlist, get on the waitlist or work towards your ticket to get it for free. Breanne, is that what you did? You got your ticket for free? Okay. Can you talk about that too on the call?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. So now that you guys know, we have a guest speaker tonight, and it's Breanne. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was oh no, what if I'm saying it wrong? This always happens when you don't speak face to face, right?
Yeah.
So we have a guest speaker on the call tonight, and I'm so excited. So she is a wife, a mom, she's a little boy, so cute. And she's a full-time coach. She was able to leave her job. She's a diamond coach. She's also one of Carly's personally sponsored coaches. If I'm not mistaken, she signed up as a challenger right around when I did and let it slide, which we have many challengers that do that. So never discount anyone. And Breanne decided, you know what, I want to build a business. So she went in and went full force with it. I remember seeing her rocking it on the team page. I'm like, wait, who's this girl? She's like, I think I was in your challenger group. And I'm like, no, you weren't. She's like, I'm pretty sure I was because I didn't see her in there. We always have those people in our challenge groups, right? So never discount anyone. But I'm excited. So if you want to take it away and share a little bit about your story.
Sure. Yeah. So like she said, I'm Breanne. I became a coach back in November. My first full month of a coach, I guess you could say, was in December. But I was in Carly's challenge group back in June of 2013. I randomly found her on Instagram, so everybody know all those posts you're doing are not useless. People do see those. I found her. I don't know even what I was looking up, like a healthy recipe, and decided to join. I bought Turbo Fire for $180. Was definitely not on any type of sale, and I dove in. But the next month, I found out I was pregnant, and so I had actually decided to do a challenge group because I wanted to lose weight before I got pregnant. I wanted to be a little bit healthier before that. So that was kind of fun, but I did kind of let things go from there. And then, once in a while I would get an email from Carly. I was still following her on Instagram. I'd see her posts, and it was around October. I hated my job. I had actually moved home to Pennsylvania to save some money and help take care of my son. And I was just really unhappy living there. I had loved living in Virginia Beach, but we just weren't in a really good place. So I saw her, she sent this email, and I said to Blaine, I was like, I think I should do this. I feel like this is something I should do. Why? I don't know. I am not a salesperson. I gave that a try before. I was not successful. But I knew I wanted to feel better. I wanted to lose weight. And I saw what Carly was doing, and it was like, this is amazing. She's helping other people. She's in the best shape of her life. I saw the picture she posted when she started, and look what she's done. And I was like, I could stay home with Cameron. This could be a game changer for me. And Cameron 100% is my why through this. I want him to grow up, without financial stress. And that was, something I dealt with a lot in my family. So I just decided to give it a go and see what happened. And yeah, when I started, I mean, I just went all in. The first thing that I did was commit to the 21-day fix and give it my all. I was like, if I'm going to tell people they should do this program, like I have to do it. And I did, and I lost 10 pounds, and I did it again, and I lost another 6 pounds. And I was feeling awesome. So I was sharing all the time with everybody. People were messaging me, and I was really just putting my story out there to everybody. And yeah, I was hitting, like crazy Success Club numbers, like at least 10 every month, a lot of times closer to like 18, 20. And I loved it. And in May, I think May, I quit my job. And I was not, I mean, I'm not rich by any means, but I saw the potential and I knew that I could make this work. And so I just decided to take a chance and quit my job. And Blaine and I moved back to Virginia Beach, brought Cameron back down here, and we're making it work. So now I work from home in the morning and at night and during Cameron's naps. And the rest of the day, him and I get to go have fun and go to the park and play dates and all that good stuff. So that's a little bit about me, but there are lots of details in between, and I will share a little bit about that when I get to personal development and pushing through. So hopefully you guys can bear with me. I actually made a PowerPoint, Sarah. I was like thinking today, and I was like,
before you weren't gonna.
No, I wasn't. I was like, PowerPoint? I can barely no, I can hardly think straight most days. But I was like,
I swear it'll help.
That's what I was like. This is gonna help me. I'm gonna stay on track. This is gonna be so good. So let me see. I practiced this earlier too, sharing my screen. Okay.
If you need a lifeline, let us know.
Can you see it?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. This is cool. All right. Now I hope my computer works with me. All right, so I am going to be touching on challenge groups, personal development, and perseverance. So I said how to be a stronger coach, leader, and individual, and I'm going to wrap that up in like 20 minutes. So we'll see what we can get through. So first of all, I wanted to start with challenge groups. I wanted to talk about challenge groups because I love them. I think that they are so dear to me because I started in one, and I saw what it could do for you. I needed that motivation and support from somebody. I was like, work out, eat cookies. I don't know. I think I'll do the cookies tonight. Maybe I'll work out tomorrow. And somebody in the challenge group is saying, today I didn't eat cookies. I was like, oh gosh, okay, I'm not going to do it either. So I love them. I love the support that you can give to other people, and just being able to encourage others when, you're feeling down or you just need that little push. So I feel like I have, over time, I started out really strong in my challenge groups, just like all engaged and having so much fun. But as a coach, there's a lot more than challenge groups. And as you start growing your team, you have other things you have to focus on too. And I think then sometimes your challenge groups can take a back seat. And, I got to the point where I was posting like 2 hours later than I wanted to, or I was, not commenting to anybody until just at the very end of the day. And I just felt like I lost a little bit of focus. So I've been working on revamping that, and I feel like I have a much better system down now. And that's why I want to share a little bit with you guys. So first of all, you have to plan ahead. We used to say, okay, let's do a challenge group next week. Well, you have to be better prepared for it. You want these people to know that you really care about them, right? Like, you're not just some computer posting things, and you care about them, you want to engage with them. So always be planning ahead. I think Sarah does really good with this. I believe I've seen a calendar of hers before where she lays out in her entire month. So you guys have like it made with that. I am doing that for my team now because of coaches like Sarah. So be happy you have that. So always know when your next challenge group is. You should be thinking about it a month ahead of time, but you should at least be posting about it 2 weeks before. You want to make sure that you have enough time to share about it, to talk to people about it, and for those people to get their stuff in time. You know, it's okay for people to join a little bit late, but you really want to get as many people to start at the same time as you can. And who is running the group with you? I don't know how you guys all do it, but we love as a team to make sure, like whether it's your success partner or just somebody else on your team to pair up with so you can share those responsibilities so you don't have to feel as overwhelmed with it. We love splitting things up, you know, tackling things on more as a team. So just be sure you're planning ahead. So groups can be time consuming, right? If you let them though. And that's where I was starting to feel like they were taking up a lot of my time. I wasn't doing the social media posts I wanted to be doing. I wasn't having as many conversations because I was getting like too caught up in trying to think of posts to do for my challenge groups because I did want to put in a lot of effort with them. But I found that I really had to do something for myself to reduce the amount of work where then I could still be interacting with my challengers. So like I said, we split things up between a few coaches. I've almost always done it with somebody else. Now, you know, you can do it on your own. If you have it down, you know, more power to you. But I just think it's easier to have, you know, responsibilities split up. So, and what I've done now is I have a document of 21 days, and I have my morning, midday, and evening posts all on there. And I recycle those a lot, but I have done different things through different months. So I will just keep posting those. So every day I have something already there. And I have finally mastered Hootsuite. I feel like so glad about that. And you know, you can Hootsuite way ahead of time. You can Hootsuite a couple days before. I like to do it every Sunday. I sit down and I Hootsuite my posts for the next week. So I just go pull my document and put it on the side of my screen, and I just copy and paste it in and schedule the times I post. So I have my morning, midday, and evening posts. And the reason I do that is because then I don't have to be writing my posts throughout the day. I can get in there and actually talk to people. So when people are responding to that, or they say, you know, I had a terrible day yesterday, like, I don't know if I can do this today, I can actually put more of myself in there and respond to them instead of being just focused on making a post. But you know, a lot of times, and on your phone, you're going to get notifications all the time, right? Somebody commented in your group, somebody posted this, another person commented, and it can be like, oh, you have to get right on there and answer. If, you know, you work full time or you have other things, you know, you're doing going on, stop looking at your phone. They're going to be okay. I try to check in midday and in the evening. I have stopped responding right away. And, you know, unless it's during my work hours that I feel like I have the time to do it. But if it's starting to overwhelm you, set times that these are the times you're going to respond, and try to stick to that. So it doesn't become like a burden to you. You don't want those challenge groups to feel that way. Amazing things can happen in those groups, and you could get, you know, people that have amazing results and awesome coaches come from it. So you definitely want to show them that you're involved. In your groups, make sure you're sharing your own experiences. I check in every night too. At the end of the day, I do a daily rating system, and I comment too to let people know, you know, I wasn't perfect either. I told them the other day I didn't eat like nearly enough vegetables, barely drank any water. Going to try to do better, you know. I want them to know that I'm a real person too. And do fun things like offer prizes, different daily challenges, just trying to make it more fun. And then I said here, remember what you offered your customers when they enrolled. What did you tell them that they would get from this group? Try to remind yourself of that when you're making these posts, and think about what kept you engaged in your group. Or maybe your group wasn't so great when you started, I don't know, and think about what would have helped you more, and try to really dial into those things. So really quickly, I'll just go, and you guys can look back at this, but these are just some ideas. Like, I always do an introduction. I try to do a video so people know that I'm real, and that they can relate a little bit more to me. We do like random recipe swaps, and then daily things like Move It Monday, where they show whatever exercise they're doing. Transformation Tuesday doesn't have to be physical, just something they're doing differently this week than they didn't do last week. Willpower Wednesday, how they're pushing through, sharing like a motivational quote, something like that. And of course, you guys know Thirsty Thursday and Flex Friday. We do extra workout challenges, like I do mini ab challenges, or see how many squats you can do. Team activities where they can pair up as a team one of the weeks. And do challenges together. So they have to post, whatever workout challenge they're going to choose for the week, and they have to hold themselves accountable and post those, and challenge them to post things on their personal page. We do the rating scale. I don't know if you guys use that, but on a scale of 1 to 10, they have to rate their food, water, and workout for the day, and if they had their Shakeology. So they have something to base their next day on and try to do better. Different point system and prizes that you can do, most active participation, most improved. When you do a bonus challenge, you can offer a prize. And then I try to once in a while get in there and do video posts to get people re-engaged with me, if I feel like I'm losing people. Okay, on to the next thing, personal development. So I asked here because I want everybody to think, what are you reading right now? Are you reading a personal development book? And are you dedicating at least 30 minutes of your day to personal development? I know some people say at least 15 minutes. Some people say you should be doing an hour. Whatever you have time for, but really I think 30 minutes is something you should be doing. If you can get up just 30 minutes earlier and get something read. And it's funny that I'm talking about personal development because I was like, personal development, yeah, I'll get to that. I'll read before bed as I'm falling asleep on my couch. So I have determined I am better reading in the morning, which you can find a time that works for you. If evening is the only time, but I tend to find that, you make more excuses as the day goes on as to why, you don't work out, or you're going to do something else tomorrow, or you'll read later. So I say first thing in the morning. But the areas of this business that things are going to test your strength, right? This isn't all, steady flow. Things are great all the time. When you have to share about yourself, that can be hard, letting people into your life. We really have to open up on social media now, right? So telling people about our journey, your weight loss, your health issues, that can be difficult. And people's responses to your posts, right? You might get negative feedback from people, or negative comments about how you looked, or the things that you're doing, or they don't believe in Beachbody, or whatever it is. And also, we have lots of conversations, right? At least we're supposed to be talking to at least 5 people a day. You're going to hear no a lot, and that's something you might not be used to hearing. So that's like it can feel hard to handle when you're constantly getting told no by people, or that they're not interested. It can wear you down. Missing goals, that can be quite a challenge. And seeing others on your team advance before you. Now, of course, we all want everyone to succeed, but if you start at the same time as someone else and you see how amazing they're doing, you start to doubt yourself. And these are all things that could really tear you down if you let them. And that's why personal development is so, so important. You have to be fueling yourself with good, positive beliefs. And if the only thing you're hearing is no, and the things you're telling yourself is that you're not doing good, that's going to reflect in how you move forward. And you're going to continue to have negative effects on yourself. So you really need to let go of self-judgment that's limiting you, and instead give yourself more positive beliefs. And we're going to get that from those books, or the audio, whatever it is. You need to be involved in that so much so that you can refuel yourself and help build yourself back up during those times. So it's going to help you, convey what you love and why you're a coach by being more involved in improving yourself. You're going to feel better. You're going to want to talk more about these things. If you're not doing that, then you're going to sit there and think like, gosh, all I can think of is something negative to say. So that's when you open a book or you plug in your audio and just channel in for a little bit and rebuild yourself. And so I put this quote on here, and it says, and while there are countless ways that we rip ourselves off, there's one way in particular that is, without a doubt, the most rampant and the most devastating of all. We invest everything we've got in believing that we're not good enough. And I feel like that's something for so many people. And I know I've spent so much of my life feeling that way, like I didn't deserve this, or, I'm not meant to be wealthy. I'm not meant to, have all of these things that I want. And why not? Like, why are we not worthy of that? But it's the beliefs that we have been, put in our own heads, the things that we have said to ourselves so often, and things that we hear from other people. And we really have to put in effort to change that, to feel better about ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about a little story about me real quick. So like I was saying earlier, I was doing amazing in the business, and I was always hitting Success Club. My non-negotiable every month was Success Club 10. And towards the end of July, summer happens, right? We are busy. I had moved back down here, and so many people wanted to visit, and I started making excuses for why I couldn't get certain stuff done, why I wasn't talking to people, or why I wasn't able to be so engaged with others. And what you're doing the months prior are going to affect your business in the future. We all know that. That's why we need to be having these constant conversations. And in August, I got to the point where, it was August 20th, and I was at Success Club 0. And I was like, what is happening? I was always, Success Club 5 by the 5th or whatever. And I was trying to encourage my team. I was trying to push them forward. I was trying to start building up all these conversations, but I had already talked myself out of it. I had already told myself that I probably wouldn't hit my goal that month. And like, why do that to yourself? Sometimes I feel like it's almost easier for us to just say, well, we tried, but giving it up. And I got to the point where, I was still talking to people, but I just didn't feel it in my heart. And so at 11:45 on the 31st of August, I'm trying to enroll my grandma with a challenge pack. Which, mind you, I would love for her to drink Shakeology, but it was down to the wire, right? So I'm trying to just plug somebody in, and I waited too long. Things were taking forever, and the connection wasn't right. And guess what? My grandma signed up, and it went through at like 12:15. And I mean, I just cried, and I was devastated. But I knew that, I had to blame myself. It wasn't anybody else's fault but mine. And I had slacked on all fronts, and where I had slacked the most was my personal development. That entire month, I maybe listened and read one or two chapters of a book. And I truly feel like if I had been focusing on continuing to build myself up and doing my exercises and taking care of me, then I could have done better. I could have done so much better than that. And I went into September with this crappy attitude. Like, well, I didn't hit it in August. I blew my streak. Like, I've always been Success Club 5, if not 10. Like, now, like, it doesn't matter, which that's not true. And we all are going to have rough times, right? But you have to pick yourself back up. And that is where I am this month. And this month, I've just decided I have to do things differently. I have to go back to the start and remember why I started this journey in the first place. And, you know, how was I doing so well to begin with? It's because I was putting my whole heart into it. I fully believed in it. I was invested, and I was doing the things that we are told to do. So my little tips for success here to help yourself to stay focused in this business, to stay positive when times get hard, when you start to feel run down, when you're not reaching your goals, is first of all, how you start your day. You have to start your day with positive intention. You know, don't wake up in the morning and first thing you say is like, oh God, I don't want to get out of bed. Like, wake up, jump up, and get your day started. Think about all of the things you could do that day. And I know it sounds corny. I know people have said it and you're like, I'm not doing that. But you really should tell yourself some daily affirmations. You know, say a couple good things about yourself. You know, people aren't just going around giving compliments out to everybody anymore. You know, like, you need to give them to yourself. You need to tell yourself how amazing you are and how capable you are of doing this. Like, we deserve this just as much as any of those top 10 coaches. They started right where we are. So why can't we have that too? You know, why can't we be where we want to be in our lives too? So daily affirmations, you know, if you can get your workout done in the morning, I think that's great too. Helps me focus more throughout the day, but it doesn't always happen. But make a to-do list. You know, like Sarah and I both have said, you know, we're kind of like, ooh, what's happening? Like, all over the place. Guess what? My to-do list, when I make one of those, I get so much more stuff done. I'm so much more focused. I feel more accomplished at the end of the day because I can cross things off my list. And of course, vital behaviors, I know you hear it. I know it's preached. But the number one priority there of all of that, of course, is your personal development. So make that, you know, one of the first things you do in the morning. Instead of scrolling your Facebook, because I know we all do it, you know, stop scrolling, get off Instagram, and look at your personal development first. Tune in, plug it in, open your book, whatever it is you do. And something that me and my Success Club partners have been doing lately is challenging every negative thought we have. So every time I say, like, I'm not going to hit my goal this month, I have to tell myself 5 positive things. It's much easier, guys, to just tell yourself one positive thing instead of telling yourself negative thoughts and then have to come back with 5 good things. So challenge each negative thought you have with 5 positives. And I promise it gets easier to start telling yourself positive things when you're doing that. Really quickly, I know we're probably running out of time. Stop thinking so much about Success Club points. I know it can feel like you so badly want to hit your goals. And I think I got so stuck on the number that I ended up, you know, harming myself more than I did good. Go back to focusing on helping others, sharing your personal journey, embracing your personal journey. Make sure you're doing your workouts. Make sure, you know, you're eating right. And when you're doing those things, it's easy to post those things. If you've done your workout, take a selfie and post it. If you made a good salad, take a picture and post it. Like, when you're doing those things, you can easily share them right away, right? You don't have to work so hard to try to think of something to do. And on your posts, include a call to action on them. You know, if you post a picture of you working out, make sure you're inviting other people to get involved with you. You can't just post those things and expect everybody to just want to join you, right? Um, and then I just said here, I feel like you have to believe in it with all that you have. Believe that you're capable. Believe that you can do this, that you deserve it. And remember your why. Like I told you guys, my why is Cameron. I want him to have a good life. I want to be healthy for him. I want him to get to have time with us. My parents worked split shift. It was either my mom or my dad. One was sending us off, one was picking us up, and we didn't get all that time with them. And they worked so hard their whole lives just to be able to provide for us. And I don't want it to have to be that way for him. So remember your why. If all else fails, go back to that. Remind yourself every day why you're here and why you're doing this. And then I just included this quote here. You have to decide that you want to change your life. You can't just want it. You have to decide that you're going to make a change for it to happen. So I know you said to cover Summit, but I don't know if I have time for all that. But I did earn my ticket because I hit Success Club every month. It was a goal of mine to not only get myself to Summit, but also my husband. So once I hit Success Club 10, the first 3 months I started, I made sure I got Blaine to 5 for the first 3 months. Actually, I got him to 5 every month until August. So
awesome. No, thank you so much. I think you just really hit every point perfectly.
God, I hope I didn't talk too much or too fast.
Oh, no, you're good. I followed along perfectly. And I love the PowerPoint.
Awesome. Hey, it really helped me. So I'm glad.
It does, especially like with me and my scatterbrain, I need it. But
right.
You were awesome. Here, so can you just sharing? Wait, I don't think I can.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're fine. Okay. So thank you so much. So I have 2 pages of notes. Amazing. And
good.
Guys, Breanne was just going to talk about challenge groups until this. You know what? We really need to go over more. Like, I would really love, I know for myself, like right now, I'm slipping into a funk. I fell off, and I know like probably 6 or 7 of my coaches messaged me in the past like 48 hours. Like, I'm in a funk. Like, and I second that. Why do you think I just took my glasses off?
Oh, thanks.
Seriously, it was bad. I was like, oh no. No, it was a really great. So what I was saying is, I was getting funk. About 7 coaches messaged me saying they're in a funk, they don't know what to do. So I'm glad you touched upon that. And I really love how you said, at the end, like, you didn't decide you wanted to.
Yeah. Can you hear my baby? Hi, baby. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, no problem. Now let's wrap up.
Okay, thank you so much for having me on. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay,
You're
I'll let
welcome.
everyone go, and thanks again, girl.